So, moment of suspense. It's been about a month since I have this car on the road, and just wanted to show the final, how the job came out. This is factory white, factory everything. See, no more hail damage, no more dents. What took the longest was the front bumper. That took me and my father 3 hours. He was here for Thanksgiving. We spent 3 hours adjusting the front bumper to get it just right. I have it folded in because I actually fit it in there, and you're wondering what's up with the Sentra. I'm redoing the oil feed line to the turbo there because I'm about to ship this car back out east, and it needs to get done. So yeah, no thanks to 2J. Yeah. And what's happening here? The L31 SCR just had a whole bunch of new seals and gaskets redone, even though I just found out the extended warranty would have covered it, but that's not the story for it. So here's the beauty. I got her the Texas Classic plates. I am still on the hunt for fog lights. If you have fog lights out there, just please hit me up. I mean, I'm on the Acura group on Facebook. Everything has been redone on this car. This is a restored Acura Legend Clarion. I'm going to call you out. That wasn't technically a restored Legend. I do have floor mat covers on these. I don't want to keep messing them up. And I have exactly 176 miles since I rebuilt the whole car. So it's been doing good. 80,347 miles. Let's pop that. It could be cleaner. Sorry about my husky hair there, but I do have the phone. It doesn't function. There we go. But I have it there as mementos, and I do have the brochures and everything in the back. I have the original window sticker. And yes, I had to change out the radio because if you can't see it, you can't put the code in. If you can't put the code in, you have no functioning radio, but I still kept the radio. So let's take a look at the engine bay. That's our prize. Oh yes, and if you're an Acura, unless you're a Acura Legend OCD person like me, these are the dual calipers from the 94-95 GS. So yes, I did upgrade that. Why? Because they still fit on the same rotor. It's the same bracket. It's the same. It's just the caliper. So I upgraded the dual pistons at the same time. You know, why not? So, oh boy. And yes, to me she is dirty. Everyone thinks she's clean right now, but I'm like, oh no, she's dirty. But yeah, I am missing the sticker here, here. Unfortunately, Acura and Honda do not make them anymore. I try to get them reproduced. That's been a pain. Luckily, this hood here is used, and it does have all the original stickers. And I actually repainted it in here too. I covered up all the stickers on it. If you remember from a previous video, everything has been redone. If the bolt came out from me, it got a new bolt going in, plain and simple. So that lets you know if I've touched it or not. So any new bolts. Oh, that's a little warm because I just had it on. Help get that battery up. All new hoses, and when I mean new hoses, I mean new, not no. Hey, let's try to see if this one will fit. The only one I had to custom make was the power steering reservoir to the power steering pump. They don't make that one anymore, but I got a Acura TSX or TL. It was another one that had the right curve, and I just cut a little shorter, and it worked. And right now, ever since I've had air and everything, I've only had 2 small leaks ever since I went to the blue coolant, the blue Honda OEM, and all it was, there's a hose right underneath here somewhere. I wish I could show it, but the clamp wasn't on, and it was leaking there. I thought it was like coming from the water pump. I'm like, no, the water pump is new. What the freak, you know? I didn't want to have to retake out everything. Yeah, even this is new. This wire, ABS pump was rebuilt twice just to be safe, so no more ABS light. And then the actual original power steering booster was just fine. I swapped it out. The remanufactured one didn't come out great, so I returned it. And then the belts are OEM from Bando. Bando makes them, so yes, OEM. Yeah. So double check. I had it running. No leaks. Doing great. Because when I was driving it the other time, I'm like, oh no, what happened to, you know, that fluid? But I wish it was sunnier on this side of my house so you can see her more. But this is her in her glory. wondering what kind of paint, this was Omni AU in Frost White. That's the original color. And then the clear coat, it's Summit Racing. I put about 3 to 4 coats, and there have been 2 spots that I had to retouch up because I actually burnt through the paint when I was wet sanding. And that's how you learn. I mean, that's how you just learn in life. So there are small defects here and there, unless I pointed them out exactly to you, people won't catch it. I had to rebuild the sills, and what I mean by that, strip them down, get a good rubber one, re-glue those back on after these were painted, because they don't make these. You know, you have to learn how to restore parts on your own, because even when you go to the Acura dealer, they look at you like you have something on your forehead. And then when you tell them you're working on the Legend, they think, you get 2 reactions. You get like, oh wow, and they're amazed, or the other one, what's a Legend? And then you just want them just to be quiet and go away. But I want to thank, just to point out, I'm in the San Antonio area right now currently, and I want to thank Pertech. He's been helpful with me, Mr. Man, I forgot his name, but I'll reach out to him. But Pertech out of San Antonio, the Honda, Fiesta Honda as well. All the bolts pretty much came from them, because if they're a Honda bolt, I'll go to them. Why not Acura? Because flat out, straight gun Acura, it's a gun practice. They will charge you above MSRP for any part. Yeah, and I haven't had a good experience with them, even with the service department, just trying to get, you know, just a basic estimate, like, hey, I need this and that done, and no follow-ups. It's pretty much a don't care attitude that I'm like, you know what, I don't need to deal with y'all. So I dealt with the Honda dealer. They've been great, and even when they found out what I was working on, they're like, what, you know? And I just love, it's just, you want a one-of-a-kind car, this is what you get. You know, everyone has the Beamers and newer Acuras and everything else. Only other thing I changed out was Rough and Fosgate speakers on all 4 corners. Yeah, it's just 4 speakers, sorry guys. Yeah, it's automatic, but you know what, this was a gift to me. This was a family gift, and another reason I did not just want to trash it, and you know, with the low miles, I already took out the previous owner, the second owner, out to lunch in it, and I contacted the first owner and sent them the pictures. So yeah, this is a update, you know, finalized update on the beautiful KA8 Acura Legend coupe, which you don't even see coupes nowadays. So that's my Japanese retro car. In a few more years, these ones will get classic plates. A few more, you know. So let's take a picture back, or let's lower it. And yes, I was OCD on the hood fitment, everything. I mean, you name it, the lines. And I hope you guys see in the previous videos the amount of damage that this car did suffer. You know, anybody else would have just totaled it, but I'm not just anybody, and this just isn't any car. So, you know, I love driving this thing. Every car has its own personality. Yes, that's my first baby over there, but this is, you know, I'm getting older. That's what it is. This is my cruiser. The only thing I wish I could change out, and if you guys have it out there, the Japanese market of this, so the JDM Honda Legend actually has motorized rear view mirrors. So that'd be the only thing I would change on it, besides, you know, actually trying to get the fog lights there, you know. Yeah. Oh, and if you didn't know, the bumper was green. You might see the previous videos, but this bumper was wrecked, and it took me a while to restore it. The original bumper's actually in my back shed. It just didn't feel worth it to restore that one when I could get this one. But yeah, you know, I just want to show the kind of work. You know, I just have factory orange peel. I sanded it enough to get all the defects out, and I was okay with having factory orange peel to an extent. And all I did was use you know, Meguiar's products for the rubbing compound. I haven't even polished it yet. Let's put it like that. I haven't even polished it. This is all with up to 2,000, maybe 2,500 grit at the most, and then rubbing. Not rubbing. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it for you. I think I might have thrown that away. Oh, here we go. If you're wondering what product I used, so this is what I used. after going to 1500, follow the directions on the clear coat, whatever it says. 1500. If you have to, go 1200, but it says try 1500 first, then 2000, then maybe 2500, and then buff it. I mean, use the machine. I used it's sitting over there, you know, cheap Harbor Freight one, and that thing was awesome. You know, yeah, you know, certain tools. So even when I took this car to Discount Tire, they were amazed at it. They were like, "What is that?" The place where I took it to the safety inspection thought it was a Prelude. I'm like, no, this is the Prelude's mother. This is the Integra's mother. Before the Integra went out to the world, this car decided, I'm going to make a show. And just to remind you, this is 1991. So go ahead, Google what a 91 Acura Integra looked even back then, or a 91 Honda Accord. And you're going to see how the Legend... Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just amazed with the headlights. Those are original. I did not retouch up those fog. You know, this is the original headlight that was in the accident. Let's put it like that. That's how good, you know, quality was back then. Nowadays everything fogs up. Sorry, plastic OEM parts, but yeah, you'll see how the design goes into it. So here's my little spill video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Took me almost a year, but it was well worth it.